Yo, what up, though? How many of you honestly believe the NBA is fixed? How many? How many of you believe that the world is lying to you? It's a conspiracy. And why? Why would the world try to con you? I cut my own hair. Why would the world try to lie to you? For a basketball game. What is the significance? A basketball game. A ball goes in a hoop. And millions of people cheer. Because one team has defeated another. Monies is thrown around. Better living. Food. Fame. Popularity. The city receives more endorsements. More people want to move there. Some basketball player gets the keys to the city. Why would somebody want to lie to you and say the NBA is not fixed? Why? What is the purpose of the NBA being fixed? Why? Who cares? Who cares if the NBA is fixed? So what? These guys make 200 and what? 5? What's the highest number that they threw around last year? Where everybody was all ooh and ah. And what was that number? Who got it? James Harden? What was it, 224? 224, 220 million? How much was that? What's James Harden's contract? What is it? Steph Curry's contract is 204 or something like that, right? Right? If Kevin Durant had a 4-year contract, which he doesn't, he has a 2-year contract. When he went to Golden State, his 2-year contract was $54.3 million a year. In essence, he had a $200 million contract if you stretch that out. But Steph Curry's contract is for 5 years. And he's a face of the franchise. So just listen to how this went. Listen to how this went. Kevin Durant leaves OKC, he leaves OKC, he goes to Golden State. Golden State says, welcome into the fold. Excuse me. What he does, they say, we're going to pay you a colossal amount of money. We're going to pay you 54. No. It was 54 for 2 years. 2 years. We're going to pay you 54 2 years. Nonetheless, they paid him a crap load of money, right? Over 2 years. I'm sorry. It was 2 years. That contract for $54 million was the same contract that LeBron got. How do we know this? Because that year, LeBron got a contract for $23 million for 1 year. So look how they're doing this. Look how they're doing this. LeBron's contract is for $23 million a year, right? He didn't sign for more than 1 year. This is why all the talk is, will LeBron leave this year? The answer is probably yes. Where will he go to? Now, I'm gonna get back to LeBron. But now, look, when that happened, KD switches gears from OKC, stays in the West. This is the kick in the pants. Why would KD stay in the West? Why didn't he go to the East? Why didn't he go out there and play with Dirk Nowitzki? Listen, why didn't KD go to New York? Why didn't he do that? Heck, he could have went to Philadelphia that year. Nope. Or even better, why, if you're going to stay in the West, why not go to Phoenix? Why not do any of that? No, you went to the best team that there was. And then he gets a $54 million contract. But when he got that contract, Steph Curry wasn't getting paid that much. But Steph was the face of the franchise. I mean, drink that in. How would you feel if you were Steph Curry? You finally put Golden State back on the map. Boom, they're on the map. You're doing all this work. And then somebody who comes in on your coattail after all the work that you put in and gets a $54 million contract for 2 years. Wait, what? Wait, what just happened? What in the name of Iguodala just happened? What the Clay? What the Clay just happened? What the Zaza? What the Green just happened? What the Green just happened here? And now this man is the face of the franchise? This wayward player, this flight-by-night player comes in and gets a ring off of our coattails after we stomp this guy repeatedly. He comes in and gets a ring, and we're supposed to just accept that? I'd be hurt too if I was doggone Curry. I'd be like, you know what? I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Some guy just fell on my knee. I'm hurt. I'm going to go sit this one out. Let's see if you can get a ring now, buddy. Huh, Durant? Durant, can you get a ring now without me? Let's see if you get a ring now. I got my contract. I got my contract now. Let's see if you can get a ring. Let's see if you get a ring without me, bud. I got my contract. I'm saying that the NBA is a hot mess. It is a mockery. It's a mockery to watch. It's a mockery to listen to. It's an act. It's buffoonery. It's a bunch of people clowning. Let's have some music. It's a bunch of people clowning. I don't know how you guys can stomach it. How do you stomach it? Because you like to see a ball go in the hole? Watch golf. That's fake too. Take a Tiger Woods, y'all. LeBron James, right? LeBron James is the dude, right? That's what we all think. LeBron James, the best there is. Is LeBron James the best there is? Is he? Is LeBron James the best there is? Here's what I'm wondering. Is LeBron James at his best? This is a question that was presented to me earlier. LeBron James is supposed to be the best there is, right? But is he at his best? Somebody asked, is LeBron James being held back? Sounds like some kid who's smarter than everybody else, but they won't let him go to the next grade. Being held back. I think the answer is yes. If LeBron James had all the weapons that they had in the West, then LeBron James would have 6 titles by now. I mean, just think about this. Even if KD wasn't in the West, or if he went back to OKC, if LeBron James had all of the star power, if LeBron James had all of the star power and the support, turn this down a little bit, put on something else, and the support, if LeBron James had the support, okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's just go back to Cleveland, dip back to Cleveland, and let's just think about this. Let's just think about this. LeBron James was crying about support years ago. And his biggest problem was, he said, I couldn't do it by myself. Here's what gets me about that statement. One, you say you're by yourself, meaning that the players that you have on the court with you at that time, none of them are considered anyone. Just soak that in. He went to his GM, he went on the air, and he repeatedly said, I can't do it by myself. There's how many other players on that bench with him? And none of them was worthy. Not one of them on the team was worthy of LeBron James. Let me ask you something. What other player do you know has ever said that? Ever? Barkley? Nope. Barkley had help. Don't even say Jordan, because Jordan had a dream team. So we not even going to go there with that. Okay, cool coach. He had the worm. Jordan had the number 1 and 2 best defensive players in the league and probably in history. Scottie Pippen, Defensive Player of the Year. The worm, Dennis Rodman, got more rebounds at 6'6" than Mutombo is doing at 7'1". I'm just tell me one person who actually went on record in front of the media and said that they couldn't do it by themselves. Don't worry, I'll wait. No one. No one has said that. Only LeBron has said that. And that just makes me curiouser and curiouser. See, the NBA, I think the NBA is playing with us. Here's the thing, Tracy McGrady. Stephon Marbury. Here's the thing, Stephon Marbury. Why would the NBA? Why would the NBA not give LeBron James all the help that he needed when he came into the league? Why? Why would you set him up to fail? It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, just think when Jordan was winning all them championships, what LeBron was playing, wasn't he? When did Jordan leave? When did Jordan leave? Let's see, when the Lakers was winning those championships, let's see, the Lakers was winning. Let's see, who was winning first? I think the Lakers was winning first, and then the Bulls started winning, and they won all those championships. And they were going at it with Phoenix. They were going at it with, and then the Spurs. Okay, so the Lakers and then the Bulls and then the Spurs were winning those championships, right? And then after that, who was winning championships? The Heat. I think that's the rhythm it went to. But LeBron was on the Heat when that happened. When he won 2, right? And now the big dynasty is in the West. I'm just saying, name one person who was a super duper star and said, I don't have any help for like 10 years. You can't name one. Every superstar that you know who was playing in the NBA, every single one of them had somebody else who was a superstar. But LeBron, for like 8 years, didn't have another superstar with him. And when he said, I needed help, and there's nobody, he says he doesn't have anybody else. He said he needed a bench. He was really saying, I needed a starting 5. Look what he just did last year or this year. He got rid of all those players who got traded in. LeBron did that. He got rid of Crowder. He's like, yeah, he's okay, but no. He got rid of like 5 people. He got rid of Isaiah Thompson. He's like, no, I don't have time for this. Don't think that the general managers did that. General managers didn't do that. LeBron James did that. LeBron James did that. When LeBron James left Cleveland, he left on a bad note, and he was just like, you know what? I'm leaving. Nobody even knew except him and the GM. But the people didn't know. He's like, I'm leaving. Half the GMs probably wasn't even sure he was going to do it. But when he did it, look what happened to the city and all that money that they lost. So now when LeBron says jump, people ask how high. When he came back, it's like, I'm going to come back to Cleveland and I'm going to bring a championship. He comes back to Cleveland. He brings a championship. Now, when this man says, I don't want any of these players that you just brought in. I don't care how much money we just lost. Get rid of all of them. They got rid of all those players that they just brought in and then brought in a whole bunch of other players. You think anybody cried about that money? No. No one cried about that money. No one looked at that money and says, oh, that was a so-and-so $1 million loss. Nobody did that. Nobody. Like I said, name one player other than LeBron James who ever came out in public and said, I need help. I don't have no bench. Tony Parker? Nope. Tony Parker crying about Kawhi Leonard. That's it. Nobody. Nobody has ever said that. This is one reason why I get into when I talk about the NBA and I talk about how the NBA is fixed. I'm talking about a fix that happened back in the 80s. I'm talking about the whole rhythm of the NBA and how it just seems off balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's something not naturally set with the NBA. It just doesn't mesh. It doesn't click right. It doesn't seem like all is fair with the NBA. Adam Silver. It doesn't. Fab Five. It just doesn't. And this is why I stopped watching it years ago. Sounds like something's not right here. How does Shaquille O'Neal go to a championship and get swept? How'd that happen when he played with Orlando? Wait, what? We just got swept? I'm Shaquille O'Neal. And then goes to LA and then just tears up everything. How are you the average player when you're playing with the Magic, but go to the championship and get bombed, but then when you go to LA, you're the most dominant player that there is? How did that happen, Shaquille O'Neal? I'll tell you how it happened. Shaquille had Kobe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? What? Here's the thing. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Who's in his way? Just think about that right now. Who's in LeBron's way? If you look at the NBA record right now, you're going to notice, you look at the NBA record right now, you're going to notice there's one team that's far ahead of every other team. They got 63 wins, according to yesterday. And that's James Harden's crew out there in Houston. The next team close to that has got like 56 or 57 wins. That's Golden State. But Golden State just lost their best player, and their second best player is hurt, along with a couple other ones. I mean, just drink that in. If you knock those two teams out, you have a bunch of teams that have 48 wins across the board. There's like 6 or 7 teams that have 48 wins. If you have the best player in the league on your squad and everything is even across the board, what makes you think that he's not going to win? I mean, just think about that. I can pull up the list and show you. Everything is even across the board. Everybody else has like in between 48 to 45 wins other than those two teams. So you would think James Harden's going to take it, but James Harden has a bad habit of faltering in the playoffs. So you got a squad that everybody's looking at. Houston, yeah, Houston can take it all. They can take it all. Houston can surprise us. They can be the Eagles this year. Houston can be Philadelphia this year. Heck, they already won the pennant. They won the World Series. There's nothing really in Houston's way with everybody else being hurt. LeBron doesn't have a superstar team. He's got one other player that everybody knows on his team. Well, two. He's got JR and Kevin Love. But JR hasn't been playing up to snuff. I mean, drink that in. Who's in LeBron's way? So you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you right now. James Harden and his crew is going to steamroll everyone. How did the Warriors go from average to dynasty out of nowhere? Oh, that's easy. They did the same thing the Sixers did. Watch and see what the Sixers do next year. Look, the Sixers, listen, where were the Sixers at 2 years ago? They were the worst team in the league. In 2016, the Sixers were the worst team in the league. Period. Point blank dot. That's it. They were the worst team. Where are they at now? They got like 45 wins this season. They got Embiid, who's just killing everything. They got that kid Simmons out there. He came from LA, I think. And they got that raggedy squad out there. But just think of the Sixers. Sixers were nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was paying them any mind. Now they're in the playoffs. Heck, I think they're number 4 or something like that. So Golden State going from nothing to something instantly. Listen, for one, you have to suck. Look, I'm going to tell you who else is about to do it. Dirk Nowitzki. Mark Cuban's boy. They're about to do the same thing. What was their record this year? They sucked. Dirk Nowitzki's about to do the same thing. Don't think he ain't going out with a bang. Dirk Nowitzki's about to do the same thing. Wait, give him about 2 years and see what Dirk Nowitzki does. Yeah, it's fixed, Sanchez, and you know it. But anyways, getting back to Golden State. So what happened with Golden State? Golden State sucked. Nobody was paying them any mind. Then they get a couple good players. And then they start getting some buzz. And once you get a little bit of buzz, people want to start playing with you. That's it. Once they got Steph Curry out there, look who else is out there. Green is out there. Listen, Golden State is the only team that has 5 superstars playing at once. Name me 5 superstars playing for Cleveland. There's only 10 superstars in the league. Golden State has 2 of them starting for them. They have the best 5th man in the game with Clay. He is the best 5th man. Well, that's not exactly true. They have the best 5th man in the game. That's Clay. They have Iguodala. Listen, Iguodala can go to the Spurs right now. Well, when the season's up, he can go to Spurs, and the Spurs can be this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Spurs can have some turn up over there. They're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Tony Parker. In what number of games game 7. It'll go game 7. The Warriors will not lose to the Rockets. As a matter of fact, I have a competition going on. So if you think the Warriors and the Rockets are going to go, you want to enter in the competition. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a $25 gift card. You win if you can guess who's going to play, what game that they're going to win, and what you think the closest score is going to be. So if you want to do that, Abdullah, I don't know how to say your name, bro. But if you want to do that, you can. I'll enter you into the competition right now if you want to do that. So you let me know. I think the Rockets are going to lose to Cleveland, and everyone else thinks the same thing. But if that's what you think, bro. So once Steph Curry gets out there, he gets all this publicity behind him. Then boom, bam, boom. There you go. Just say Abdul. I had the first part right, man. I had the first part right. I was trying, bro. I was trying to respect the name. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So if you want to enter the competition, man, just say who you think is going to win, what game that they're going to win in, and what the score is going to be. Abdul, do you think that the NBA is fixed? Think about that. Do you think the games are fixed? Do you think Steph Curry is really hurt? It's fixed, bro. It's fixed all day. Anyways, I just wanted to get at y'all real quick. Yes, at times. All right, well, this time. What do you think? What do you think it is? Do you think the NBA is fixed now? Tell me you just have a gift. It ain't fixed. You know what my gift is? Not watching the NBA. Seeing through the muck and the mire. I'd rather watch reruns of Lord of the Rings than watch the NBA. the wearer of the ring. So, Abdul, if you think it's fixed now, who do you think is going to win? Well, who'd you have again? You have the Rockets. Listen, I picked Cleveland, but my second team is the Rockets. My first team is Cleveland, but my second team is definitely the Rockets. Houston, if Houston wins right now, it's a huge look for Houston. It makes them City of Champions. Huge, huge look, especially because of the hurricane or whatever that was that came through. It makes them the City of Champions. So that's a huge, huge look for them. Big ups to them too. So if they win, yeah, I get it. 100%. But that don't mean that they ain't fixed. I think it's fixed all day. When do you think it's not fixed? Yeah, that's a better question. When do you think the NBA is not fixed? Hello, whoever joined us. The person that just joined us. When do you think the NBA is not fixed? That's what I want to watch. I want to watch when you think the NBA is not fixed. When is that? During the off season? During the off season? I got a question for you. Abdul. Do you think that Philadelphia, do you think that Philadelphia is going to make it to the second round? What's up, 85? Yeah, do you think that Philadelphia is going to make it to the second round? Okay, look. If you guys can hold on a second, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up who should be playing who. All right? Wait a minute. Cavs are going to win. They're going to beat the Rockets. That's what I was trying to tell Abdul. It's about marketing. You saw when they were advertising the playoffs, it showed a pic of Harden and right now, it showed the pic of Harden and LeBron because LeBron is the best player that there is, and it showed Houston is the hottest team there is. So that just made sense. It's not going to show Steph Curry because he's hurt. It's not going to show KD because he's hurt. And who else are they going to show? Russell Westbrook? You know what I'm saying? Who are they going to show? Tony Parker? No. Nobody from the Spurs. They're in disarray. So, yeah, it's going to show the best player that there is right now. And, of course, it's going to show, the NBA pick of the year. What is he? He is the what is that again? The NBA MVP. James Harden is looking to get the MVP of this year, especially after that shake and bake he did on that guy, and he fell and he looked at him, and then he shot the ball and made it. It was just like, it's in his Hollywood. Okay, so let me pull this up again. Schedule. Yeah. Jam it, ain't I? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up the matchups. If my computer is acting right, let me see if you left another comment. Nope. Pull up the matchups. Give me a second, guys. The computer's not slow. The internet is slow. All right. So first round matchup schedule. Well, Kyrie Irving's not going to be there because he's out. 2017 regular season will end shortly, April 11th. NBA teams will set their rosters by 3 p.m. April 13th for the upcoming playoffs, which is April 14th. So the playoffs starts on the 14th. The Eastern Conference is just about ready to roll. Within the 8 playoff teams already determined: Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Indiana, Miami, Washington, Milwaukee. That's in the East. That's in the East. Now let's pick that. Let's look at that. Let's look at the East. And let's look at the history. Let's look at the history and go, okay, what do we know to be true? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams in the East. What do we know to be true? Here's what we know to be true. Toronto is not going to make it. Boom. Let's just count those out. What else do we know to be true? Boston. Boom. Down. Let's count that out. Next is Cleveland. What else do we know to be true? Philadelphia. Too young. Not going to win. Boom. Down. Now who are we looking at? Indiana. Who they got out there in Indiana? Who they got out there? Boom. Okay. We'll just consider Indiana. This is just in the East. We'll just consider Indiana just a little bit, just a smidgen. All right, next, who we got? Miami. Boom, not going to happen. Got rid of one of their players who was playing for LeBron, and now he went back to Miami. Boom, too old, almost 36 years old. Not going to happen. Boom. Then we got Washington. Washington. We got Milwaukee Bucks. Not going to happen either. So you got 2 teams that are a maybe right there. 2 teams against Cleveland. That's just 2 teams. 1 team can't win. It's just not going to happen. And they're the favorite. That's Toronto. They're the favorite. Out of everybody in there, Toronto has the best score. They have the best record right now. But Toronto's not going to do it. They can't. Toronto will have to lose on purpose. Right now, I can't read anything that you guys wrote if you wrote something because I'm looking at this. So, I mean, just drink that in. Kyrie Irving's hurt. They're not going to win without Kyrie Irving and the other player.
Point guard Kyrie Irving is out not only for the remainder of the season, but for all of the 2018 playoffs.
Okay, so he's actually even off for the playoffs. So, also, their other star player, Gordon Hayward. Boom, he's hurt. And they have another star player that's hurt on the Celtics. Those 2 teams are down. Philadelphia is not going to happen. Indiana, I highly doubt it. Miami, I don't think they have a chance. Washington, maybe. And Milwaukee, I can't see it either. Boom. That leaves you maybe 1 team. 1 team. So basically, it's going to, listen, what's going to happen is Toronto and Cleveland are going to end up duking it out again. There that is. There that is. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, let's go to the Western Conference. The Western Conference, so far, Houston, Golden State, Portland, Oregon are the only teams that have secured the playoffs in the Western Conference. That says a lot right there. That says a whole lot. Because these teams have already secured it, meaning they have the best records. And right now, they're 1-2. Listen, the number 1 team is Houston. Second is Golden State, I think's record. And the third is Toronto in the league. That's the third best. And then next, it would have been the Celtics. All right, so we don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's Golden State, Houston. And being out there in the same conference, Golden State and Houston, one of them has to lose. It is what it is. One of them has to go down. So this is why I'm like, no, it's not going to be Golden State and Houston. One of them is going to lose. All right. So Portland, like nobody stands a chance against these 2 juggernauts. All right. So with only a few days left in the regular season, which ends April 11th, what is today's date? Today's the 6th. There are still 17s. Utah, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, Minnesota, Denver, Los Angeles. Let's just run through those teams real quick. Let's just run through those teams. Utah, not going to happen. San Antonio, they don't have no congruency. They're missing their number one guy, and their other guy is crying to the media. That's a huge, huge mistake. So they're having arguments in the locker room. Oklahoma City, they're the only contenders, if you ask me. But still, you know, they tried to hurt him up. They tried to hurt Russell Westbrook with that big guy from freaking Golden State fell on his legs, trying to hurt him up. New Orleans, I don't really know. Minnesota, maybe. I like Minnesota. Listen, Minnesota went out and got Mr. Glass. They went out and got, what's that dude's name again? Derrick Rose. They acquired him for the rest of the year. I thought that was interesting. Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers, can't really say. So there's your East and West. Yep, San Antonio, Oakland, yep. So there that goes. To me, it's a clear shot. Think of it. Harden's going to beat out LeBron for MVP. They're going to steamroll, also upset the Warriors, and then the MVP versus the best player in the game. LeBron wins, and he is the hero. I'll buy that. I'll tell you what, though. Here, you know what the real kicker is? The championship game is not going to be the last games played. The championship game, actually the best games played, is actually going to be Houston up against Golden State. It's going to be the conference game that's going to be the best game. You know what I'm saying? It really, really is. It's going to be the conference game. It's like, have you ever seen like division losers fight it out just to see who wasn't going to be at the bottom of the list? And the game is a real barn burner. It is just the best game you ever seen. It's just like, they're like, we are not going to be the losers this season. You know what I'm saying? Save that for those other guys. And they just go at it. And I mean, they kick each other's behind on the court or on the field or wherever because they don't want to be the losers of the season. Sometimes it's the best game. But nonetheless, tell them not going to make LeBron lose this year. It will be damage his legacy. So they will make him beat the Rockets because he beats the Warriors. That will damage the dynasty. So they're protecting him. I can't argue with that. Curry's already hurt, Abdul. Curry's out right now. I mean, he can't come back, but he's hurt. Curry's already hurt, bro. James Harden will get hurt. Here's my prediction. James Harden will tell them they will be excused for the Warriors. NBA equals WWE. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's my prediction. James Harden gets hurt in Game 5. Look. Here's how I think it's going to go. Cleveland will come out and be down 2 games. They'll come back in the third game and win the third game. They'll beat them in the fourth game. In the 5th game, James Harden will get hurt. He'll get hurt in the 5th game. And he'll get hurt in the 5th game. They'll win the 5th game. So wait a minute. No. So I got Houston, 1 and 2. Cleveland, 3. Cleveland, 4. Houston gets hurt at the end. So Houston, 5. No. Cleveland, 5. Houston, 6. Cleveland, 7. So that's Cleveland, Houston, Cleveland. So something like that. It's games out at 1, 2. Yeah. So it's going to be like that. So one of those games has to be a mismatch because they have to win 4. So I'm going Houston, Cleveland, Houston, and then Cleveland. Something like that. Yeah. The last 2 games, Cleveland wins because old boy gets hurt in game 5. But they win game 5. Yeah. So after that, it's over with. So that's my prediction. That's why I think that's my prediction. That's what I think Harden's going to get hurt in game 5. And after that, it's just going to be a flip-floppy mess. And, yeah, there it is. It's going to be WWE all day. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be WWE all day. Harden's going to he's going to get hurt on some old – it's just going to look weird. It's going to look weird, Abdul. When Harden gets hurt in game 5, it's going to be – I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. I'm going to tell you what Harden's going to do. Harden is good for shooting outside, right? That's his thing. He doesn't play no defense. Harden doesn't play defense. He literally watches the ball go by. Literally. What? Oh, no. I don't know what that guy was doing with the ball going to the basketball hoop. I'm supposed to defend, but I'm going to go this way. Did he make it? No. Okay. I'm going to go this way. So what Harden is going to do is he's going to drive to the middle. And when he drives to the middle, he's going to catch a J.R. Smith. He's either going to catch a J.R. or he's going to catch a LeBron. Who do you predict win at 2000? Who did I predict? Oh, I had the Cavs. I predicted the Cavs were going to win. That's when I first started doing the NBA is fixed. I was like, the NBA is fixed. I did it as soon as I heard the Raptors miss 12 foul shots in a row. Then I made a video that day. And if you go back and look at when I started doing the NBA is fixed, you'll see I did it that day. I was just like, LeBron is going to win in game 7. Then he was down 3-1, and I kept saying, it doesn't matter. He'll still win in game 7. And I kept doing a video after video every day and was telling people LeBron's going to win in game 7. And then and it was my hottest video too. That was my hottest video. And as soon as they won, I made another video that very same day and say LeBron's going to lose next year. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's when I started doing the NBA because I don't watch the sport. I don't know if you're a subscriber or not, but I don't watch sports. I don't watch those sports. I watch track and field, but my favorite track and field is high school. Yeah, so if I can catch like sometime I'll ask some of the coaches if they tape the events because I'll just go ahead and watch it on YouTube. The reason why I like it is because I think that high school track and field is probably about as honest as it's going to get. I mean, even those kids can be doped up a little bit, but I think that is the end of innocence. I think it's the end of honesty when it comes to sports. I think it stops right there. Once it gets into college, it's all about the money. So that's my favorite. I do like watching college track and field too. So I do. I like to watch the times. But pro track and field I watch, but pro track, I don't know. He's on here somewhere. I like to watch pro track and field reruns for the most part. Cheese and crackers. You eat that government cheese. Don't eat that government cheese, Mitch. For those of you who don't know who Mitch Baker is, he is a celebrity in London. So check him out. He's on BBC. So he does his thing. Yeah. So I'm always glad to hear from Mr. Baker. He brings a lot of enthusiasm to my live streams. Very opinionated young man. So, but yeah. So it's good to have you guys here. But yeah, so I don't watch the sports. You know, when I give my opinion on the sports, it's not a professional opinion, Abdul. It's not like I watch the sport and then I give a whole bunch of. I don't really do that. I don't really do that at all. I've been tainted years ago when it comes to the NBA. I've been tainted and just pretty much disgusted with it because of just the way the NBA. This is my lifestyle tone. I hear you, Mitch. I hear you. I've been disgusted with the NBA. You know, but I was disgusted 20 years ago. You got to understand, I'm 50 years old, so I was watching the NBA back when the Fab Five was doing their thing. You know, when Julius Erving was bringing it down, it's Julius Erving to the hoop. And here's another little trivia for you guys who don't know. I was in the movie The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. How about that, Mr. Baker? No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't even an extra. I was just some kid in the crowd. I was a kid when that movie came out. So I was a movie extra, but you definitely did not see my face. But when the blimp in Pittsburgh came down, or the big thing came down in the Pittsburgh stadium and came down, floated down, I was in the crowd. I was in there. You know what I'm saying? For the fish that saved Pittsburgh, Cavs to win. LeBron is the greatest. Exactly. Why did you stop watching the NBA? Because I think it's fixed. I mean, I got tired of the fakery. You know what I mean? I wanted, like, see, I played sports. Like, I'm from Pittsburgh. Like, I played football in the freaking snow, out there sick as a dog, trying to hit snow up to your ankles. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we live for. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get it in. So it was just, you know, I come from, you know, a hard part of Pittsburgh too, where everybody you had to cut yourself out to be something. When did I stop? I stopped about 20, 25 years ago watching basketball. When Shaquille O'Neal, this is how it is. Okay. When Shaquille O'Neal played for Magic, that's when I stopped. Yeah, that's when I stopped. But I miss the honesty. Yeah, when Shaquille stopped playing, because every time they went to a championship, I was like, this is going to go to Game 7. And then one time it didn't go to Game 7. But that's when I stopped watching it. Got my hat. Yeah. 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 Heck yeah, brother. Be safe, though. Especially with that dryer, man. That hair dryer, man, that's bad news, bro. But I feel you. You might have to go get yourself one. You know they got some of those, one of those things that you can, you know, plug into your auxiliary and run that, and it's a little heater joint. Heat up your car real good. Be careful with the hair dryer, man. That ain't no joke. Well, of course it does. Man in the clouds. Man in the clouds. What's up, big bro? I like that name. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, of course it does. Man in the clouds. Yeah, it's got predetermined. We're having a competition if you want to get in it, Man in the Clouds. If you all you have to do is say, who do you think is going to win? What two teams do you think is going to be in it in the finals? What game do you think they're going to win in? And what do you think the score is going to be? The only reason why it has to be so detailed is because I can only give one gift card away. It's for $25. So, and it's usually to like an eatery or to like a Walmart or something like that. So it can't be like to the Lion's Den or something like that. I'm not going to do that. So it's just so you and somebody can bro up, you know, go get a burger or whatever you guys eat, you know, get some wings. You know what I'm saying? So $25 should cover it. But yeah, so if you want to get into the competition, let me know now, Man in the Clouds. Very true, Abdul. LeBron has to win in his legacy is damaged. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about LeBron is LeBron's running out of time. And this is why they're clearing the field for him to win. Like, if LeBron wins a championship, like, I hope none of you will be surprised. Listen, if Houston wins a championship, I hope none of you will be surprised. I'll be surprised if Golden State wins. Yeah, okay. So what's your guess? What do you got, Man in the Clouds? What's your Cavs versus Rockets? Are you saying Cavs are going to beat the Rockets? Cavs win, okay. Cavs over Rockets. Rockets, game 6. Got you. No tone, Golden States are finished. Yeah, I know. Game 6, the score is going to be, I need your score, Man in the Clouds. Because everybody thinks it's going to be Cavs and Rockets, and I'm not going to give everybody a gift card. But the person who has the, okay, there you go. The person who has the closest score gets the gift card. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I got. Cavs over Rockets. Game 6. Score is 120 to 115. All right, yeah. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Oh, I'm okay. Okay. Bro, I asked you an hour ago. Brother Abdul. Out to the D. I'm gonna write your whole name out too. Abdullah. And you say Cavs over who? Rockets, Abdul? You had somebody else. Who'd you have? You had Cavs over somebody else. Cavs and you got my score yesterday, but I have your score not unless you want to change it. Check out my Zachary K. Hubbard, Tom. Zachary K. Hubbard. He exposes Zachary K. Yeah. Yeah, but who did you have? You had Cavs over who, Abdul? I know you got Cavs 96-91, but Cavs game 6. I don't know who you have them beating. And I can't fill in the blanks for you. Yeah, Cavs. So you have to tell me who the challenger is. Rockets. Got it. Thank you. Good stuff. Everybody seems to be going in the same direction. Nah, he's not trolling. I think there's a delay between us two also. So me talking and reading, and there's a delay. So no, he's not trolling. But I had it. Mitch, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I got your stuff while you're here. Yeah, okay. You have Cleveland over the Rockets 99-90. So in game 7. That's who you got, Mitch. Good luck to you. Like I said, it's going to be one winner. What up, Copper Skin? You do realize when LeBron loses in game 6 in the finals, remember 2011, 2012, LeBron come back and win the NBA Finals 2012, 2000, and 2006. Zachary K. Hubbard is bad. Don't watch. I don't watch Zachary K. Hubbard, and thank you for that comment, Copper. It's game 6 in the finals. So you're saying LeBron's going to lose and get Copper? Did you enter in the competition? Do I have your? You didn't enter in the competition, so if you want to, I can take your information now. Yeah. So, I mean, while you're here, just let me know if you want to. I mean, I'm not trying to force you to win $25, big dog. You don't have to do it. So I just think it's fun, you know. It's money. I'm giving it away because you guys have been, you know, hanging out with me. So I'm just trying to give back. That's all. Might as well win. Copper Skin. Okay, who's your choice? Who you got, Copper? What game will they win in, and what will the score be? Because you seem to be pretty. If LeBron wins, I'm gonna get drunk. I don't think he has to win for you to get drunk. When LeBron wins, right? Yeah. Well, when LeBron wins, I'm not going to be at the least bit surprised. I'm going to go, well, saw that coming. It's going to be, It's going to end in game 6, Houston over OKC. What's the score going to be? You got Rockets. Over OKC. Game 6. I just need your score. LeBron has always won the finals when Tom Brady has lost. Plus, Alabama wins the title 2 in college football. You know, I don't watch. Okay, 94. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, sir. 94. 5. You're the only one who has something that's far and away different, other than King Bean. He chose the Sixers. I thought that was strange. $94, $105. Good stuff. OKC, though. Tom Brady and the Warriors, 2015, 2017. Okay. But Oklahoma City, though? Really? Oklahoma, bro? You want to explain yourself? You want to explain yourself, Copper Skin? Because that's a little, all right there. Huh? All right. Yeah, that's everybody's going, you get the Scooby-Doo on that one, bro. You get the Scooby-Doo one. You get the Scooby-Doo look on that one, man. But, you know, if that's how you feel, you know, because you be tossing around a lot of numbers, so you might know something that we don't. I'm like, but wait a minute. OKC? OKC has who? Russell Westbrook and nobody else. They got who? In order to win the NBA Finals, you either need to be one OKC in the finals. Yeah. I wanted to hear him say why he thought OKC was going to go. Because he's into numbers pretty good, so he knows some numbers that, you know what I'm saying? He might know something that we don't. World Series have a 1-1 tribute or a ritual. Oh, okay. So he's into some, you know, he's going in a way that I usually don't go. Like that Zachary Hubbard stuff right there. I don't get into the rituals and stuff. That's deep to me. They have Paul George, Melo. No, they don't. They don't have Melo. Melo's got Melo. Melo. They got Paul George, yeah. But Melo, that dude, man. That dude is he doesn't listen. Melo is about half a step away from doing a Kawhi Leonard. From walking off the court with an arbitrary injury and just not coming back. And who else has done that? Who else we know that's done that? Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is the king of I don't feel like playing this year, but I'm still gonna get paid. Derrick Rose leads that team like nobody's business. He is the injury reserve. Derrick Rose. Let's see who's on the injury reserve list. Derrick Rose and nobody else, because everybody else comes back. Derrick Rose is the one person you don't know if he's ever coming back. You know what? But they're in the playoffs. Come on. Exactly. That is Derrick Rose. Look. Let's drink this in. Derrick Rose went from New York to Cleveland, and now he plays for Minnesota, all with pretty much in 1 year. He did that 1 year. 1 calendar year, Derrick Rose did that. He played for Cleveland like 2 games. Right. All day. Derrick Rose played for Cleveland like maybe 2 or 3 games. I don't even know. Are you talking to me, Tim McGee? I don't really answer to that word, but why I'm always live? Because 1, I can, and because 2, I can. Who went in Philly or Cat? As a matter of fact, Mr. McGee, do you want to enter in the competition? It's a $25 gift card to see who's going to win the NBA. Oh, it's all good, man. I'm not offended. But what's up, Showcase? Cleveland won it all. So if you guys want to, well, let me say this now before I start reading the rest of you guys' comments. I am giving away a $25 gift card. I know, no big deal, but I don't have a lot of people on my channel, but the ones I do, I appreciate. So this is my appreciation. And if you want to get into the competition, you have to tell me who do you think is going to win, what 2 teams. You have to tell me what game they're going to win in and what the score is going to be. So if you want to write that out real quick, Mr. McGee and Showcase, I will go ahead and enter you guys into the competition, and we'll see who wins. So let me know. Right now, we got quite a few people who entered. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 people. So it's $25 gift cards, and it's probably going to be to some type of eatery, you know, TGIF Fridays or something. Where's my penny bastards? I don't know, man. He was just on earlier. But it's going to be like you can get it for Walmart or something like that, TGIF Fridays. But it can't be to something like Cleveland wins the finals. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mitch, all day. All day. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to enter the competition, now's the time to do it. That's another reason why I'm always live, Mr. McGee, is because I'm trying to do this whole gift card thing. So, and it's basketball season, man. The games are coming up. Why not? You know? Yeah. Having some fun. I like this live thing, man. Because it takes me so long to upload, you know? After I do this, I think LeBron is going to win back-to-back. Oh, look at Mitch Baker. It's Mitch Baker. He shoots, he scores. Mitch Baker is on fire. This year and next one, everybody's healthy. Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that, Mitch. Don't do that, Mitch. Don't go there. Don't say when who's healthy. When his competitors are healthy or when everybody on his squad is healthy. Because if you're talking about when everybody like Kevin Love and all them are healthy, okay, fine. But if you're talking about everybody on OKC or everybody on Golden State, Philly and Washington, the Celtics, no. Yeah. I'm going to say New York. Yeah, I'm going New York. Showcase. I would love to see LeBron yep, that's where I think he's going to go. To the next season, appearing there as a recruiting banner out here in New York. Oh, you from New York? Big ups to New York. I was in New York last year. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and stick to where I was, stick to my guns on that. I think he's gonna go to New York. Listen, I think that LeBron is gonna go to New York, and I think that LeBron's gonna go to New York, and I think that Melo is gonna leave and go back to New York. Because when I was in New York, I did a video while I was out there, and I talked to some New Yorkers. They're just like, I'm Melo all day, no matter where he goes. But, they're like, yeah, like they love Melo out there. Well, here's what the Lakers did that was interesting. You love Melo in New York, man. They just like, yeah, that's my dude. $100%. 100%. Okay, with the 66. Yo, Mitch, 100%. If LeBron goes to New York, just think about that. I mean, just think about it. If LeBron goes to New York, Melo leaves OKC, goes back to New York. New York will be on fire. They will be on fire. LeBron even said that he was the king of New York. LeBron, listen. LeBron said he was a king in New York, and some people got a little upset about it, but the majority of them was just like, yo, he can have that. Yo, you know how New Yorkers talk. Yo, LeBron want to come and be, if he want to be king in New York, son, he could be king in New York, son. We take that. Yo, Brooklyn all day, LeBron. Yo, BX, man. They was like, yeah, we good. He can have king in New York. Tell him to come down here. The reason why I said it because he wins most of the time in the Garden. But just think if LeBron went to New York. Just think of how on fire the East would be. LeBron, man, come on. It would be crazy out there. New York and Philly going at it. Whoo! Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, New Yorkers is already trying to get Braun out there. They're just like, yeah, come on with that noise. Like I said, I interviewed some New Yorkers, man. They was like, yeah, we'll take LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And bring Melo back. I might even watch a full game if that happened. Especially if they play them young boys out there in Philly right now. Woo! That'd be it, man. That would be it. Well, that's the whole purpose right there, man in the clouds. That's the whole predicting to go New York and NBA. Yeah, that's the whole purpose. Yeah. And the thing about it is he's what? How old is he? 33, 34? He gonna do that now. He got to go. It's like the last leg of the mile. It's like we on the last, yeah, he's 33, right? Yeah, he on the last leg of the mile. He's like, yo, it's the last lap. We got to go. I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? That man is surprisingly healthy. How, somebody tell me LeBron's injuries. Tell me his injuries within the last 5 years. Anyone. Exactly. None. Dude, but that right there is just from the up and down, jumping up and down. But he hasn't caught a knee. He has no knee injury. He has no shoulder injuries, no rotator cuff injuries. He has no major injuries. He might have soreness, but that comes from just playing all the time. He's on the court too long. Not to mention, it's not like LeBron stays outside and shoots 17-footers like Curry does. He goes in the middle and, you know what I'm saying? You get injured doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying he has no injuries. Listen. Every star player, there's 10 star players in the NBA. Every single star player that you can name, except LeBron, has had a major injury in the last 5 years. Just think about that. Every single one. You can count them off. Every single star player, except the new young boys, except Simmons and Embiid. But they're just now becoming stars. I'm talking Irving, Leonard, Nowitzki, guys. Curry sauce noodles. Yeah, bro, eat good, man. You gotta eat good. But just think about that. Every single star player that there is, older star player. You know what I'm saying? Even that dude out there playing in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Within the last 10 years, all of them has been hurt except LeBron James. That's something to think about right there. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? That's deep. And listen. Good, stay healthy. I'm trying, sir. But I love some noodles, bro. I eat some noodles, bro. I eat them all the time. But just think about this. LeBron James has played more minutes than any other player, and some of them collectively. But yet, he suffered less injuries than any other player, and some of them collectively. Wait, what? That dude's an alien, man. Wait, what? How is that even possible? You play more minutes, you're older than most of them, and you have no injuries, no major injuries? No, something's up. Yeah, man. Heck yeah, I read the scriptures. Heck yeah. Yeah. Gotta have some music playing. Well, I'm just saying, guys, just drink that in. That's amazing, isn't it? And he's still on the court running people over. Running them over. What that dude from out there in the West, he said on Steph Curry's team, he was like, I think he was a center. Yeah, he's already good. There's actually more books than that, but yeah, 66. But LeBron, he was like, look, listen, he was saying that he was the best player. He was a center. He didn't understand how LeBron just dropped 40 points on him. I was like, LeBron is a machine. He's got a metronome in his chest. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is a machine. He's like, how did he drop 40 points on me? I'm like, LeBron said during the playoffs last year, he was asked, during the championship, he was asked by a reporter, scripture, he was asked, he was like, how do you stop Steph Curry? And LeBron said, the same way you stop me, you can't. 33 years old. No major injuries. Going to get his kicks on Route 66. I'm just saying, man. Listen, everybody think LeBron is going to LA, right? They're like, LeBron's going to LA. I'm like, all right, he just bought a house. Look, this is what people are thinking. He just got a house out there. Got a house everywhere. Right? LA is making 76ers are beating the Cavs. So, I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. Okay, I'll tell you what, Abdul. I never understood why people thought that the NBA was legit. Okay. Man in a cloud. Right. You can see the rig if you just open your eyes. Absolutely, man in the clouds, 100%. Okay, let me talk to Siri. You guys want to talk to Siri? Nobody does not believe that. People believe that. The announcers be talking about it. These guys on First Take. Oh, yes, they do, bro. These guys on First Take be talking that. And they're talking that because they're making they're saying that because they're looking at the money. They're looking at what they're doing with the money out there. Because you have to go into luxury tax if you're going to get LeBron. If you're going to get any of the top 5 players, you have to go into luxury tax. If you're going to get LeBron, Harden, Irving, Westbrook, KD, Curry, you're going to go into luxury tax. And you might have to do it if you're looking at Iguodala, Clay, Green, There's another player out there, Embiid, and a couple of them other boys too. You might dip into it then too. But for those top 5, top 6, Irving, you're going in a luxury tax. This is why when Irving left, it was a big deal because of the money that he freed up. Irving was doing what, 30, almost 40 million or something like that. His contract was. He's not going to the Lakers. His wife wants. Scripture James says to wife or not. I don't understand. His wife wants to. If he goes to the Lakers, he's finished. He goes to New York. He went. I wouldn't necessarily say he's finished. They'll have a whole squad around him. But I don't think he's going to go to the Lakers. I did at one time. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. I said about 2 years ago, LeBron James is going to go to New York. And I said that because LeBron said he wanted to play with Melo. And whatever LeBron says he wants to do, he does. No tone. If he Lakers, he wins no titles. Really? No titles if he goes to the Lakers? None? No titles. No titles? That's kind of strong. Being that everywhere he goes, he wins a title. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of strong, but okay. Lakers don't have anybody. But the thing about it is Lakers got a bunch of money. He will not go back to the finals. Lost LeBron get swept in the final. He will not go back to the finals. Listen, I'm not going to agree with that, Copper Skin. Listen, if LeBron... All right, so let's look at what happened to LeBron a couple times when he went to the finals. Look at what he did. He went to the finals and he got lost. He looked like a scared puppy. He looked like a scared puppy. He was just like, what am I doing? LeBron checked out. He was gone. He was gone. He was like, where's the best player in the league? He is completely checked out. He looked like a scared rabbit running around. He looked like he was totally zonked out. And when I look at that, I start to think one thing in my head. I start to think, you're acting. You're doing what Michael Jordan should have done instead of winning that game. He was warned not to win that game. He won it anyway. I think you took a clue from what happened to Jordan, and you just said, I'm just going to let everybody just do what they want. That's what I think. I think he was in his right mind. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. And I think that he got a warning from the powers that be not to win. Yeah. I think they told him point blank, LeBron, don't win. And that was all that was to it. It was a simple phone call. It might not have been that much effort. It might have been somebody sitting in seat 3 in lane 2, just sitting up there and did one of these numbers. That was it. He was told not to win. And they reminded him who really has the power. Yeah. Yeah. So he can keep his endorsements. Yeah. They told him not to win. Now, now the Warriors game is different. Yeah. The Warriors game is different. I don't think he was told not to win. I just don't think he could have won. Listen, they even tried to rig Game 5 for him. Tracy McGrady said that they was going to get help from the refs. They tried to rig Game 5 of the finals. The referees did. And they were just like, let's stop the charade. These guys are the best there is in the world, and that's it. Yeah, Warriors were too good. Warriors being too good and LeBron being scripted to lose is different. Listen, when LeBron went to the finals, he checked out in the finals. He looked like I do when I'm in math class. I'll be staring at like, lady, I have no idea what you're I'll be in my statistics class going, what are you talking about? I can't wait till this class is over. My head hurts. I'm not coming back next week. I'll be skipping classes. I don't want to be there. That's what happened to LeBron. He didn't want to be there because he was told not to win. He checked out. Look at the reruns. Go back to 07 and look at him. And look at the way he's running around. One of us could be out there doing better than that. And here's the kick in the I hate the food too. Uh-oh, bro. Here's the kick in the pants about that. The announcers were talking about it when it was happening. They weren't talking about it after the game. Yeah, they weren't talking about it after the game. Mark Cuban, what is Mark Cuban? Hey, look at who Mark Cuban is. Okay? They weren't talking about it after the game. Heck yeah, they knew. They knew. They were talking about it while it was happening. They was mocking him. They was mocking LeBron James. They were just like, he looks like he's not even here. He looks like he's not even playing. It's like, he could probably hear you. He could probably... While you're saying this over the PA system, it's LeBron James who looks like he's not even here today. Let's see what he does. He has the ball up. He missed it by a country mile. LeBron James waddles back down court. I don't think he knows what side of the ball he's on. Oh my goodness. Can Savannah come and get her husband? Because we do not know who this guy is. Get LeBron James off of the court right now. Do you see this idiot? Oh my goodness. Back to you, Jim. They was clowning him. They was clowning him during the games. Recorded during the games. And look. If you was a person, listen, if you was a person who wasn't checked out or told not to do something, yeah, we all might cry, bro. We might cry and laughing. If you was a person that if you was a LeBron at that time and you was listening to this, I mean, wouldn't that motivate you to just get out there in the next game and just stomp a mud hole? Listen, I'm not talking about one of us. I'm talking about the best player ever. Wouldn't that make you just come out with your Super Saiyan and just and just kick somebody's ass the next game? Like, just come out and score 60 on somebody, pointing at him the whole time, just turn into Black Mamba, Kobe, just turn into Kobe Bryant in his heyday, just pissed, a freak off, just turn into like a whole collage of players all at once, just Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Black Mamba, Shaquille O'Neal, the Mailman, Tracy McGrady, just Marbury, just come down there and just Jason Kidd, everybody just all over the court, just No, that isn't what he did. It's not what he did. The next game, he did the same thing. My top 5 players. My top 5 players is going to be McGrady. It's going to be Tracy McGrady. It's going to be LeBron James. Not in this order. It's going to be definitely Michael Jordan. It's going to be probably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and maybe Dr. J. Somewhere around there. And that's because I was entertained by them. It has nothing to do with how many points they scored. It has, nothing to do with who did the slump god or whatever. Yeah, but Mitch, this is what we expected out of him. And he was in his prime. He's not in his prime now. He was in his prime then in 07. Just think about that. I'm in my prime, and the announcers are talking junk about me in front of my wife and kids and everybody. I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to stomp a mud hole in everybody. Then I'm going to go to the announcer's booth and say something else. Punk! All right, Jerome's in the house, better watch your mouth. That's what I would have done. I would have Shaquille O'Neal, one of them announcers, like, what now? I'm 6'6". Punk. I'd have been in his face. Don't say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because Lil Bron is listening to this. Don't say nothing. I done went to New York on him real quick. Yo, son, don't say nothing else. BX in the building. BX in the building, son. Don't you be... You better not say nothing else, son. BX in the building. Threw up the BX on him. BX in the building, son. Don't say nothing. I would have been lit, man. I would have been lit. Couldn't happen, though. He was told not to get hyped. Looked like a scared puppy. It has to be. It can't be legit. It can't be. All right, let me answer your question the best way I can. You know what? In 2 words, 3 words, boom, it's a business. It can't be legit when it's business. And that's a shame because business is supposed to be legit, but it can't be legit when it's business. If it was just a pickup game of basketball, it's legit. If it was just Sandlot basketball and a bunch of kids just came out and decided to play a game of basketball, that would be more legit than the NBA is. Yeah. It's a business. It's a machine. It's a distraction. It's look over here without knowing what's going on over here. Hey, another African-American just got shot 20 times. Hey, but LeBron James shot a ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We're going to blow this kid away over here. Nobody paying any mind to that. Don't protest. Hey, LeBron James shoots another ball in the hole, and oh my goodness, it was from 18 feet out. Did you see what Steph Curry did? Oh my goodness, man, we'll never see nothing like that again. It was incredible when that kid just got shot 20 times. It's a distraction. What about the East? You want me to pull up the list again? All right. Hold on, I'll pull the East up again. I wonder why my music isn't playing. You wanted to talk about the East? Is that what you wanted, Broham? All right, hold on. Oh, maybe it is playing. This is my music, you guys. It's on my SoundCloud. I left my link on here. I'll leave it again. Yep. guys can listen to this. Yeah, there it is, Mitch. Can you hear it? I'll rewind this song. This is my favorite song. It's called Don't Ignore Me. All right, so for Brother Mitch, this is the East. It's probably in this order, too. It's Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philly, Indiana, Miami, Washington, Milwaukee. And I already went through my whole diatribe of why this list is, or how this list is going to turn out in my prediction. And looking at history and looking at the powers that be. Right now, I can't read your comments, so give me a second. Sweet tea, lightly sweet. All right, so Toronto is, I think they're, hold on, let me see if I can pull up. Let me see if Siri will talk to me. Hold on. Who's in first place in the NBA? I already know the answer, but I want to look at something. I want to look at how many games. I want to look at how many games who has. It's going to take a second to pull up. My day was chill, man. I chill out a lot. I chill, man, and I do homework. So I have a lot of homework to do. Let me try this. Who's in first place in the NBA? Let's see if she's going to answer. All right, well, that's happening. Okay, so like I said before, Toronto, forget about it. Even though they're number one right now, they're in their conference, they're number one, but all over, they're number.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection.
All right,
Please try again in a moment.
All right, I'll try again in a moment. All right. Okay, so first place in the NBA. Okay, this list is by conference. All right, so the Raptors are 56-22. The Celtics are 53-25. Cleveland is 49-30. But don't forget, this is going to change because the playoffs don't start until the 14th, but the regular season ends on the 11th. Right now, it's the 6th. The 76ers are 48-30. The Pacers are 47-32. The Heat is 43-36. And Washington is 42-37. Milwaukee is 42-37. And then, of course, you have the Pistons, 37-41. And everybody else on that list is not in the playoffs. All right, so when you go back and look, Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philly, Indiana, Miami, Washington, Milwaukee, you can start eliminating this list before the ball even drops on any court. You can look at this list right now and go, I already know who's going to get eliminated. You already know. I'm going to tell you right now, Cleveland and Toronto are going to make it to the last round right before the championship. Same thing happened last year. And I think the year before that. Same thing happened. Same thing. Then you got to look at who's going to knock who off in each conference. Who's Milwaukee going to knock off? Who's Washington going to knock off? Who's Miami going to knock off? You know what I'm saying? And you just start eliminating people left and right just like that. It's just not hard to do. I'm going to tell you right now, Philadelphia and Indiana, they'll probably go to the second round. Boston is probably going to go to the third round. I think there's 4 rounds. Miami, Washington, Milwaukee, Indiana, they'll start knocking each other off. So, I mean, it's pretty much, it's just pretty easy to look at. It's pretty easy to look at. Raptors don't crumble, Mitch. Raptors are told to lose. LeBron's little brother. Boston, as far as winning a championship, yeah, Indiana who, right? Truth. Thanks, Copper. Milwaukee, too low market to shoot bad. Yep, Cleveland versus Toronto. And again, it happens every year. Every year. Drake part 3. And you can look at that list and just start knocking people down left and right. Dwayne Wade in Miami? Really? You're going to do what against him? Dwayne Wade. Gabriel Union. There's an opinion for you, Mitch. Hella predictable. It's right there in your face. Not even close. The Heat won't do it. Soon come your signal back. Yeah, my signal is probably not the best. So I'm watching the Philly Cavs game. Soon come your signal back. Yeah, my signal's probably not the best. Drake kills me running around in Duke outfits, watching the doggone in the doggone warm-ups. Drake in the Duke warm-ups. Come on, Drake. What are you doing, Drake? Who are you fooling? Airball shooting so-and-so. Out of here. What are you doing, Drake? Drake. I make music so I can play basketball, Drake. Hold on, I'm coming home. Make good music, though. Come on, Drake. Toronto, listen. If this was hockey, it would be a whole different story. Because Toronto Maple Leafs can play the hell out of some hockey. If this was hockey, I would be, yeah, it's not really a beef. You know, it's not really a beef to me. Not really. Tekashi 6'9", gangster. He's a gangster. Tekashi's a gangster. You say so. I'll take your word for it. I'm not a gangster. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a gangster. I don't want none of those guys come see me. They come see me, I'll be sitting on my front porch like, what are you talking about? You want some tea? Yo, bro, I heard you said, I'll be like, you want some tea? Other than that, get away from me. I don't know. I don't got time for this. I got bad knees. I ain't fighting with none of y'all. Better go somewhere. Shoot. Sick my next door neighbor on you. She's like 6 years old. Have her come out and beat up all y'all. Get her, Sequentes. Sequentes home. Get him, Sequentes. Sequentes dropped the 5th Ward bees on you. My mind playing tricks on me. All right. I got a little homie next door. She get on you. 6 years old, run you over with that little scooter she be having outside. You better chill, Tekashi. Sequentes, get him. Little Maria. Maria. Get her, Maria. Shoot. Run you over speaking Espanol. No. No English. Takashi's Hispanic. He's a little Hispanic dude. Yeah, these rock beefs, man. These rock beefs are just, they're media hype to me, but I don't get into that world. It's not me. Not me at all. Yo, so little LeBron, man. Yeah. Heck yeah. Real beef. They came to see you. They came with these, though. They came with these. They was like, what? You want to do it? Is Brooklyn in the house? Yeah, they came to do it. They was like, Brooklyn, the bridge is over, the bridge is over. Put them out like, the bridge. MC Molly, now they acting like they gay. MC Shin. East Bismarcky. Yeah, them boys came with the noise, man, but they can't see you, man. You said something about one of them, they knuckled up on you. KRS will come out of nowhere and snatch your mic on stage. Oh. I'm number one. KRS-One was that deal. I'm number one. I'm in junior high with the B+ grade, and after school I don't hit the arcade. To my mom's apartment, I gotta tell the suckers every day, don't start it, cause where I'm from, if you're soft, you're lost. To stay on course is the road with force. KRS-One, man, he come get you. You can't rock with that dude. Yeah, it was real beef back then, man. It was real beef until, you know, some of them guys start shooting each other. Some of them guys got life sentences right now. Yeah, things changed. Some of them guys got some life sentences, man. Robberies. Went in. Woo! NBA is fixed. What part of New York you from? Man in the Clouds? This is a good hip-hop beat right here. Turn that up. I don't want to do this homework. I gotta do it. ask me, is all sports fixed? You want to say no. You want to say, nah, man, all sports ain't fixed. But you know what happened? You know what happened in the Olympics? Badminton. For one, how did badminton get in? I want to talk to the person who allowed badminton to be in the Olympics. I want to talk to that person. Who's the person who said this right here should be in the Olympics? Who did that? What is the athletic training for badminton? I want to know. What is the rigorous training for badminton? Does anybody know how to train for badminton? I want to know because it is a gold medal sport in the Olympics. How do you train for that? Badminton. When somebody said, hey, are all sports fixed? I wanted to say no. Until I saw that the Chinese were cheating in badminton. They were cheating in a badminton contest in the Olympics. I'm done. I'm finished. I can't do it anymore. You're cheating in badminton. Why? You know what they're doing? They were purposely missing the ball and losing to another team just so the next team that they played could be worse than them. So then they could go ahead and beat them easily and win the gold. But see, what they did was they saw that another team was doing this. Making my eyes hurt. They saw that another team was doing this. And so they said, well, if their team can do it, then our team would do the same thing. Because none of them wanted to play the best team. So the easiest route is to play the worst team and win the gold. This is a stratagem in badminton during the Olympics. Badminton. Where are we at right now, bro? Where? What happened to honest sports? How do you represent your country in badminton? Does that elevate your country? Hold on, let me drink this in. Let me drink this in. Let me drink this in. You get a trip to the Oval Office. You get a trip, exactly, Copperskin. You get a trip to the Oval Office to meet the president if you win in badminton. You get... That's just something I don't want to do. I don't have any, for one, I don't want to go to the White House. But if I really wanted to go to the White House, I wouldn't want to go and represent the country in badminton. It just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But badminton, I'll go on water polo because that stuff is hard. You know what I'm saying? Water polo all day. Badminton, and they were cheating in badminton. In the Olympics, all sports are fixed. Look. Formula One drivers. Formula One. A Formula One driver got caught cheating And listen to this. This is what this idiot did. Formula One. A Formula One car costs millions of dollars to make and to obtain. This is what this dude did. When you're out there racing in Formula One, you're not by yourself. You have a teammate. And if your team wins, it gives your team points, and which equals an ass load of money. Even listen, and the point system in racing is it doesn't just equal 1, 2, 3, 4. It isn't just first place who gets points. It's if you come. It depends on how many people in the field, where you come at in the field. So and at the end of the season, who has the most points is where a lot of value is. So a lot of times you can be the second place, third place, fourth place person. 76ers, I reckon the Cavs doubt it. You can be you can be second place, third, fourth, fifth. You don't always have to come in first when it comes to racing. So this is what this idiot did. In order to get his teammate across the finish line first, what he did was he came around the curb and his teammate was behind him a little ways. And there was cars in between them. So he wrecked his car, threw it right into a berm. Bam! Car goes up in smoke. He wrecks his car on purpose. Gets out, does the whole rigmarole like he's hurt, But what he was doing was he was counting the laps. If he stopped everybody that was close to him and his teammate came up, even though the race was stopped, that automatically put his teammate in the lead. And that's exactly what happened. Once the laps started going again, his teammate won. All sports are fixed. It's like, how do you cheat in a Formula One? This is Formula One. How do you just go and wreck a car in Formula freaking One? Sprint car racing. That's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. All sports are fixed, you guys. All of it is. There's not a sport that you can watch right now that isn't fixed. And name me a sport you think that isn't fixed. Please don't say soccer. Please do not come out of your mouth with that. Let's just forget about soccer. What sport do you think isn't fixed? On a pro level, what sport do you think isn't fixed? Because I guarantee you there's somebody who fixed that sport because there's money behind it. Yeah. No. Pro level. And some high school sports are fixed too. Remember Tony Romo? Tony Romo came from one of those high schools. Him and Mark Sanchez. They came from those high schools where you go straight from high school into college or straight from high school into the pros. That's why Tony Romo was supposed to be this great player. He never was. Never went to a championship game. Tony Romo never played in the big one, Super Bowl. Played for 10 years. He was never what he's cracked up to be. Hell, Doug Williams was better than Tony Romo. For the short time that Doug Williams played. Yeah, you can't name me one pro sport that you don't think is fixed. There's not one. Even some obscure. Golf. Don't say golf ain't fixed because you know golf is fixed. Name something that's not fixed on a pro level. Horse racing, fixed. Horse racing is one of the most fixed and one of the most dangerous sports to get into. The Preakness. I used to watch the Preakness. Yeah. Seattle Slew was my dog. I used to watch Seattle Slew back in the day. It's Seattle Slew coming across the line in first. Seattle Slew wins the Preakness. The Preakness. The Kentucky Derby. Heck yeah. Used to watch the Derby. One of the most dangerous things to ever get into. One time, one of the horses lost. They came and killed the jockey. Found him dead in his car. No, thank you, sir. I'm good today. You can't name me one sport out there that's not fixed. All of them are fixed. Swimming. Oh, yeah. Who's that goofy kid? The goofy dude who had that stupid show, Ryan Lochte. Did you see what that goofy kid did during the Olympics? Said that he got robbed. Ryan Lochte. Lochte with the hair. Lochte. Lochte in his goofy behind couldn't beat the #1 guy, so he had to get attention some kind of way. And then he had that stupid show. Oh, like this dude can't think past his own, eyebrows. This guy is, all he can do is swim. That kid gets in the water, he can swim. But once he gets out of water, it's a bad deal. Lochte, Ryan Lochte. What sport is not fixed? A mile? Crudemaker. El Garouge. The best long distance runner ever. Lagat. Finally winning the gold. It's El Garouge. Yeah, tell me what sport you think is not or isn't fixing. I'm gonna tell you that it is. In some kind of way. Hell, they were cheating in the 10,000. The guy who was lapped was running beside the two leaders. Madden. Yeah, you see what they did with Madden, though. You see how they changed Madden? You notice that the players, like basketball and football players, are no longer on the front of Madden? Because they were like, well, wait a minute. You're making money off of us. Why are we not making any money off of that? NCAA rules, not allowed to make any money. Yep. Yeah. El Garouge. Lagat. Men's 800. I was watching the men's 800 today from the Olympics back in 2012 and 2016. Shoot, I forgot that guy who won it. 27-year-old. He ran a 140.3 or something like that. Him and this kid named Cocky. Cocky's 18 years old, and the third place winner was 17 years old. And all of them ran times that pretty much beat was close to beating the world record at 18 and 17 years old. It's crazy speed. Yeah. Women's 100. It's Gail Devers. Gail Devers. With those fingernails. Gwen Torrance. Mariotti. It's Mariotti across the line. In second. It's a photo finish for the first place. That was a good race right there. Now it's Remember, everybody thought that Floyd Griffin Joyner was cheating. It's Floyd Griffin Joyner. Here she comes around for the 200. It's Floyd Griffin Joyner at the 100 mark. It's Flojo. She's leading the back. Ran a 21:46 or 49. No woman has ever ran that fast, ever. After she left the Olympics, shortly after she died. Married to Al Joyner, who was a long jumper or something like that. Yeah. Man, she was fast. I'm trying to think of a sport that ain't fixed. The pole vault. There was a pole vault. Like, it's just bad. Like, I can think of everyone who's cheated some kind of way in some sport. There was a pole vault participant in the Olympics. And this woman won. She won her division or whatever it was. She won. Got an Olympic. Come to find out it was a man the whole time. You cheating at pole vaulting. You cheating at pole vaulting. To stick to the thing and the gun over to Bruce Jenner. You cheating. It was before Bruce Jenner's time, though. And then there's Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner during the time of Mary Decker Slaney. Mary Decker, it's Mary Decker. She falls in a woman's mouth. Mary Decker is laid out on the Mary Decker Slaney. And she was the American hopeful in the mile. Got her ass laid out. It's Mary Decker coming around lane 5. It's Mary Decker. Mary Decker falls on the track and she's still laying there looking for sympathy. Get up, Mary Decker. Nobody cares. She got creamed. I used to run the mile. It gets tight around that corner, and all you got to do is nick that metal plate that divides the track from the grass. If your spike hits that metal plate, sticks up about that much, your ankle is going to go this way. Because the plastic on the spike doesn't give like a tennis shoe. If it's a tennis shoe, it's going to give a little bit. You know, it'll twist like this. But the plastic on the spikes don't give at all. So it's just going to be bam. You're going to go this way. With a little bit of pushing and shoving. Hey, we used to catch elbows in the mile. Catching elbows during the start. Catch some bows. You come around when it's tight. Yeah. Especially when you're running at a high speed. If you're running a mile in under 5 minutes, you're running it at a high speed. Meaning that anything can throw your stride off. So if you're at a full stride, it's hard to get that momentum back. You're one thing that knocked you off kilter. That's why you see somebody else bump somebody else. Because it'll knock them off their stride. The aerodynamics of it all. You're running at that speed, somebody bump you once, it's hard to get back to that rhythm, especially if you're drafted. Okay. Is it over? Oh, yeah. He's going to have another 40. I got a question for you. How long do you think LeBron's going to play? What's the oldest player in the NBA who's ever played? No. What's the longest career in the NBA? What, 15 years? Tim Duncan? Who's the oldest player in the NBA? Bill Russell, who? Kareem. Exactly right. Jam out a little bit. Hey. Okay. I'm sorry, I just had to jam real quick. You got it. Hey, Mitch, you got to get him sometime, Mitch. You got to get him. Sometimes you just got to get a little. Oh, my back hurts. My back hurts. Oh, that's it. That's it. Sometimes you got to let him have it, Mitch. Shoot. Sometimes you got to let him have it. Oh, slip this. Got me in the sacroiliac. That's enough of that. Yeah, man. The oldest player in the NBA. What's the longest career? The longest career in football was 20 years. I think. He has to go. The oldest career in football, the longest career in football, I think, was Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen, the running back. I think. It's like 15, 16 years. A running back. Running back shelf life now is 4 or 5 years. A running back. Like 14, 15 years. LeBron is too good. Yeah, he is good. He young too. He got them knees. Ben Simmons got them knees though. He got them good knees. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice big 3 squad out there. They got a nice big 3 all day. That'll be his 18th triple-double. LeBron all day. I remember when he was in Cleveland, and I went to a club in the Flats. He walked into the club. So I was in the club, and LeBron was sitting right there. That's cool. He's real chill, too. Real chill. They're not known for their defense, bro. Yeah, he was in the club. He walked in first, and then I walked in. You know, a bunch of other people there was there too, but it was chill, man. Everybody was dressed nice. We was in there just kicking it. LeBron was just up there chilling out, man, just sitting there chilling. It was a good time. And then they tore the flats down after that. You think so? Did they fire Ty Lue? Who just joined me? Somebody just joined in. Who that is? Who that is that just joined us? Who that is? I think LeBron should be the player coach. Somebody else just joined us. Who just joined us? I think LeBron has been the player coach. LeBron has been the player coach. Listen, LeBron is the player, coach, and manager. He's the one who got the contracts done when they won the championship. No, they can't. Not allowed. They're not allowed. Hey, listen, Mitch. When LeBron James left Miami, he left Miami, right? He came back to Cleveland. The coach from Miami came to LeBron and brought the 2 trophies and had a meeting with LeBron. Oh, yeah. I don't even watch soccer. Yeah. It's different over here, bro. What? He was a coach? He was a player coach? He wasn't a player coach manager. Maybe it is. I don't think it's allowed, though. Well, player coach is allowed. Yeah, I believe that's allowed. I was talking about all 3. But yeah, so he was having a meeting with LeBron, and he was trying to convince LeBron to come back to the Heat, and LeBron wasn't even paying him any mind. The whole time, LeBron was watching something on TV. This millionaire standing in front of LeBron, asking LeBron to come back. LeBron wasn't even paying him no mind. He was just sitting there just like, yo, get out the way of the TV. Like, get out of the way of the TV. Like, I'm not interested in what you have to say. That's how dope that dude is, man. King James. All right, you guys, I'm about to go. It's been fun talking to you guys. I gotta go do this homework, though. I really don't feel like doing it. I clowned around all day, and now it's the end of the day. But I gotta do it, man. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. And, yeah, God bless you, man. Let me know if you guys want to do some praying. We'll do that. And all that other good stuff. Peace.